Hi everybody, it's Natasha from the Cozy Cushion. I just wanted to reach out and put another video on my YouTube page for all my friends and family and people that I've invited to my sacred space that I'm trying to create here at the Cozy Cushion. So I'm just sitting out here with my good friend Jerry. Jerry's my mallard. Actually, he's not a mallard. What are you? You're a Muscovy duck. And I just wanted to go over and talk about a few things about the Cozy Cushion and where it's at, or where I'm at right now, actually. So the last 3 weeks, I've been in a beta course for a program of coaching. And it's kind of consumed all my time. So this is supposed to be, once again, my Ruby Tuesday video that I'm doing on a Wednesday because I am committed to continuous imperfect action in my life. And every day I'm going to strive towards this dream because it's so valuable to me. The reason it's so valuable to me is because I've healed a lot in my own life. And I want everybody that I know to live their best life. So I've based my career and everything I am about personal best. And for some of us, it's been an interesting journey, to say the least. So I want to be a sacred space. The Cozy Cushion is actually a sacred space to hold that idea of being your personal best and what that means for us. So it means different things for different people. So the reason I'm doing this video is to let you know kind of how I'm going to approach that. I've been in an intensive coaching program that was just a beta program that was offered up by my team of coaches that I decided to join to help me create the Cozy Cushion and the idea of that. So with this intensive program, I've come to realize that my whole life needs some arranging. And so what that means for me is some different focuses, some different ways to share my light. So I want to invite you in to helping me grow into the Cozy Cushion, which is a health club. There's a picture of my vision board on YouTube, I believe. And some of you belong to my Facebook page. So there are some clues if you're newly coming in. Even if you're from my FTP group, thank you for coming in and checking me out. I'm not brave enough to post yet, so we'll see where this all goes. So some people might be backtracking and catching up. So that's fine. So I'm going to create an email list, most importantly. So my email list is basically the best way to stay in contact with me because I realize that social media has some good points that I love and some points that I'm really trying to stay away from right now as I develop myself. So if you would like to join me in the Cozy Cushion and have a way of contacting me, asking me questions, or just following along, at some point I will send out information through this email address, which is the Cozy Cushion at gmail.com. So the Cozy Cushion at gmail.com. So I would love to add you to my email list. So if you could kindly send me a little email that says, "Hey Natasha, I want to join your email list," and tell me a little bit about yourself, that would be fantastic because I'm going to start that list. It's very important to me as I celebrate and grow into my best self and my full-time purpose. So another place I'm trying to create is a sacred space for each other, and this dream I realize is going to take a lot of revenue. So that means I need money coming in that's going to go solely to this dream of mine, which is to open a health club that's therapy based, and it's going to help a lot of people in my community and in my province. So I'm in Nova Scotia, Canada. For those of you that are new. And so I'm trying to create this health club because that's my background, is health and wellness. And so I want to create the sacred space. So in order for me to do that, I'd also like to offer up my readings, because I am an intuitive empath. It's one of my greatest gifts. It's one of the best ways that I can share my magic with everybody. So if you've had a free reading, I would love for you to be on my email list. Once again, thecozycushion@gmail.com. And I would like you to send me a testimony. Maybe just remind me of, the reading. It may be something that you liked about it. If there was something you didn't like about it, I would also love to know that information as well. So, with that, I'm offering readings. So, the way you can reach out to me is through thecozycushion@gmail.com and book an appointment. Each appointment is 1 hour long. So I spend an hour with you. It's $80 per hour. So you can just send me an e-transfer once again for that opportunity. You can book your appointment also through that email for now until we have something better set up, because I'm going in 100 different directions right now. So I'm just building a base. This is my foundation and my starting point and my commitment to this dream that means so much to me. So if you're just following along now, I would love that you would subscribe, and also, send me an email for the email list, and just let me know if you'd like to be on the email list, because at some point that's going to become a very important part of this journey. So just a little more background. Sorry, I'm reading notes, but I'm trying to be really genuine here and include you in the process. So it's raw, very raw. So just a little bit about me. I'm Natasha. I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm trying to generate a support system to help me develop the dream of the Cozy Cushion, which is a sacred space for people to come to celebrate. And it's actually kind of like a farm. So there's barn buildings. Some of them are very big. We have... Sorry, I'm outside. Big truck going by. And so the Cozy Cushion has some big barns. I would like to house some horses for therapeutic reasons, as well as I'd like to have some therapy dogs kind of walking around. But this is also a gym, a full fitness facility that has weights and cardio equipment, and as well as a basketball court, a full NBA barn style. It's very exciting, isn't it, Jerry? Barn style basketball court for people in our community to play on, as well as a hydrotherapy pool that has 2 pools for exercise. So somebody can come with a family member and swim in the hydrotherapy pool as well. And we're also going to have at the Cozy Cushion some healing cabins that people can stay that might need a little more time to heal from some events in our lives. So it's kind of a new idea of how I envision fitness and wellness to be. So at this fitness and health facility, people that visit, I hope that it will be a private club so that we can stay in control of all the things that happen in our sacred space, because it's a healing space for people to come and heal, as well as to become spiritually strong. That's the key. So it's going to be a little different, because staying spiritually strong is incredibly important to me, because I've been through so much in my own life, and I have so many friends and family in particular right now that are going through amazingly, incredibly raw, rough journeys, dark nights of the soul. And for some of them, I'm seriously concerned they're not going to be able to find their way out, because the world is so heavy right now. I'm outside, so a lot of birds are visiting, so it's kind of interesting. So one of the reasons I just want to sum this up, because I don't want to keep you too long, I just want to keep introducing myself, and becoming very comfortable in front of the camera so I can engage with you and educate you on my purpose, as well as get your support, because I really, without you, I I I don't have a place to build. So, this is very much the foundation. The foundation is just barely going in. So you're joining me very early on in this purpose. But the reason I'm committed as fuck to this dream is because of my recovery journey from being a welfare mom. I had my first son when I was 17. And a lot happened when I was very young. And so with being a young welfare mom, my son, like I say, I just turned 17. I had a son. I brought him into the world. I was also a young addict. So by the time my son was born, I already had addictive behavior already, even before 17. So there's going to be some stories that I'm going to share around that, as well as grief. When my parents divorced, when I was born and raised, I was born in Hants County on a dairy farm. And my parents, I lived close to my grandparents, and my parents had a kennel with dogs, Newfoundland dogs. And when I was a little girl, I honestly felt that I was born into paradise, that I lived on heaven on earth, and I didn't like even leaving. I loved my home environment so much. I'm not going to say it was fantastic environment all the time, but I learned a lot. So anyway, long story short, my parents at a point in my life, around 10, maybe 11 years old, maybe, around then, my parents got a divorce. When that divorce happened and the separation happened, I went into a deep state of grief. And grief for me at that time, where I was so young, became addiction and anger. So I was a angry, young, little girl. And that created some problems for me. So the cozy cushion would have been helpful for me. I really, really think. So addiction and grief. So then I also had an eating disorder. So how I controlled my life was by not eating. So I was a young mom with a baby, which was so stressful. My hair was falling out. I had a really bad relationship with my mom at the time, and I was still living at home, kind of. But I also developed an eating disorder. So basically, my idea of eating well was maybe eating an apple a day. Otherwise, I had cigarettes and coffee and pharmaceuticals. So with that eating disorder, I was very thin, dehydrated. It was rare I ate food. If I did, I had, a few foods. I call them true foods, and I still struggle with this today. So I would be the type of person that I would eat waffles every day, 3 times a day for a year. Nothing but waffles, coffee, cigarettes, and pharmaceuticals. So then, with the grief of the divorce my parents had, and then moving on, I had a child young. Some things happened in between there. I also suffered from anxiety and depression, which was manic depression. So when I was down, I was really down. And when I was up, I was really up. So I got a fondness and love for that process. So I started utilizing pharmaceutical drugs to help me with that experience, because it became so normal for me. So with that anger, depression, anxiety, addiction, eating disorder, I became very in tune to 2 different things. The world around me and not wanting to be here, because suicide was a fantastic option. I mean, I was just waiting for a perfect opportunity for life to take me out, so I drove my car fast, I partied hard, I partied fast. Everything I did was literally full throttle, and just the way Natasha wanted to do things. Lucky for me, I had some really very fantastic friends that kind of slowed me down numerous times in my life and said, hey, we see you going off the edge here. We're going to reel you in. Just like Jerry does. He's adding to this conversation. He's actually a really good recovery buddy. If you ever need a recovery buddy, Jerry, he's busy right now, so he's not taking new clients, but he's fantastic. So this is why I want to create the Cozy Cushion, because this whole time I was growing up and growing through these things and going through even bigger experiences, which I'll share with you as time goes on so that we can connect intimately and know each other from a transparency level. Some of you are my old friends, some of you are new friends, some of you are family. But the Cozy Cushion is a healing space that needs to happen. Our world needs it so vitally bad. And I'm just committed to it. So that's where we're at. So I think that's all I'm going to say for today, because I just want to really point out that I'm making an email list. I want you to be on my list. I want you to come on the journey with me. If you want to help me with revenue, because this dream's going to cost, the property I want, just to give you an idea of the revenue I have to create for this dream to start, the property that I dream of is about $600,000. It's 44 acres with a natural track already on it, close to my home. So it's convenient, but I need to generate income and revenue, and I have to have revenue ideas for this property. I already opened my construction company, so I have a company that can build it. Now we just need the revenue stream to create it. So if you want to help me with revenue, it's going to start raining here in a second. $80 an hour. A reading with me. I am an intuitive empath. I am fabulous at reading the Akashic Records, which is just like sitting down and having a fantastic, deep conversation about our lives as if we were with our best friend. So it's a fantastic gift to give yourself. And if anybody's had one of these readings with me, please email me at thecozycushion.com and give me a testimonial that I can share with the world, because everybody's healing is important, and we're going through so much that we all need each other. And so I'm just going to leave you with this today, and I'm going to post it, share it with the world. I would like to personally thank Matt, Aaron, and Victor, my 3 coaches, for doing a beta program on conscious business building that's exhilarated me into oblivion, changing my whole life. So I'm going to be really, really busy, but I'm looking forward to every single second, and I want to take you all with me. So thank you for hearing me out. And lastly, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, you're loved by me. Thank you so much for listening to the end. You take care, and tune in next week for Ruby Tuesday, whether it's on Tuesday or Wednesday. We're not sure. Our goal is Tuesday, and my habits are weak, so maybe have some patience with me. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening and become your best you. I'm here to help you.